Welcome to the Ralph and Billybob podcast. Fuck you, you can tell me anything, say what I want, and you can't cancel me. Fuck you, you smell like farts, didn't go to college, that's why I'm so smart. Okay, here we are on podcast number 2 of the Ralph and Billybob podcast. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. There's a lot of stuff going on in the country. There's a lot of stuff going on in our nation's capital. There's even a protest going on in Laurel. No kings. Hey, last time I checked, Laurel didn't have a king, did they, Ralph?
Nope.
We're trying to get Ralph a mic too, so if you want to send some money to, I don't even know, we don't even have a place to send money. Fuck! Well, we'll get that worked out.
Oh, let me interrupt. So I just got a DM. Somebody said back, F you too, so fuck you.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
It's our kind of people, our
I'm
kind
not
of
gonna
people.
disclose the name because we are on Facebook and I don't want people to put it out there.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was you, Ralph. Just, but we got to get Ralph another USB mic. I'm trying to work out the how to set this all up. We're working on it, as I said. But let's first start with the parade. I think.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Yes.
Our sponsors.
Oh, that's right. We need to give our sponsor. Our sponsor, Anal Glue. Is your ass seeping? What do you need, Ralph?
Anal glue.
Has it worked for you?
Yes.
Why was your ass seeping?
No comment.
Okay, we won't disclose that right now. Anyway, on a more serious note, we got this military parade going on in Washington, D.C. As you know, I support Trump on most things, but I do not support military parades or any posturing by the military.
We're showing off America.
Ralph supports it. He likes it. But I'm going to, I've been trying to explain to him why I don't like it. It's a waste of money. Whether it's air shows, like I said, every penny you're spending to have these shows, you could be spending to buy more guns and bullets or to protect us better. That's my opinion. I don't think we need to spur another talking point on the subject is obviously, hey, it gets people to join the military. And my thing is, we really don't need people joining the military. We're not at war with anybody. I know one thing, if America was attacked tomorrow, every redneck and his brother would pick up their guns, just like the Minutemen did in 1776, and defend their country. I think James Madison said it best, or maybe it was Thomas Jefferson, don't remember, look it up, send me the clip, let me know.
Hell yeah.
Who said, if you have a standing army, you will use it. And that's true. Look at America for the last, what? Since World War II, we've had a huge standing army, and we send them everywhere. We have over 700 military bases worldwide that we have no business having. And, let's face it. There's a lot of things we need here at home with, homeless veterans, people who are hungry, children in poverty.
Nice point.
All these people, I would rather see my tax dollars go to them than go to a $47 million military parade. So, Trump, you failed on that one. I support you on most things, but I disagree with you on this. I disagree with us giving Israel aid, and I disagree with us giving Ukraine aid.
Oh, don't forget about California.
Oh, California. Yeah, they're basically a communist country. I also don't agree with Trump wanting to annex Canada. Why? Because it's got 40 million people who are all liberal. That's the same amount of people as California. That would mean a whole nother state with 54 new congressmen, 2 new senators, and 54 electoral votes that would all be, you guessed it, liberal. So again, Trump, shitty idea. Don't even think about that. But let's get back to the parade. Now, what?
Hold on 1 second, John. I just got a message.
Yeah.
DM. So I'm just going to say the first consonant, which is T. We are racist, apparently.
Shut up.
Apparently we are racist.
Are you being serious right now?
I am being 100% serious.
Well, you can say who it is. They posted it on Facebook.
I'm not. No, the DM to me. Right now they're watching us. So, I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. We know this clown. I'll say his name, but evidently it's someone who Ralph knows, so we don't say it. So we're racist. Whatever. Let's pass that comment. Who gives a shit
You
about
look
it?
at our band. We're the village people.
Right. In our band, we have me, a white guy, Ralph, an American Indian, TC, a black guy, and Dwayne, who is a porn star. So, go figure.
Figure it out. But we're
Anyway.
racist.
You get accused of a lot of things when you say don't support Israel, don't support Ukraine. One, of course, being anti-Semitic. The other would be we need to support our allies for the same thing they said when they invaded Iraq unrighteously. We need stability in the region. Let me ask you a question. When an army invades another country, does that bring stability or does it destabilize the region? Did we not just now, 23 years later, have to vacate our embassy in Iraq because of the threats against the Americans? So that really worked out, didn't it? After $17 trillion, thousands of dead Americans, countless dead Iraqi civilians, and now it's back in the hands of the terrorists. By the way, same thing in Afghanistan. That policy is failing. It's obviously a ruse by the military-industrial complex to what? Funnel money back into the hands of the politicians, mostly Republican on the warmongering side, by the way. Lindsey Graham is now under investigation, and I'm sure Mitch McConnell and many, many more will be in the future. And as a conservative, not Republican, I 100% agree with anyone who breaks the law shall be held accountable. So, guess what, Ralph? Saw on Facebook Laurel Connect that there was a protest in Laurel.
Yes,
You know
by
what
the
I-
library.
You know what I say to that? Fuck you! You can't. That's basically what I say to that. It's a no kings protest. What in the living fuck? If I'd have known this shit was happening earlier, I would have been down there live on the scene asking questions to the protesters. No kings. Far as I know, Laurel has no king. Far as I know, PG County has no king. Far as I know, the state of Maryland has no king. Far as I know, the United States of America has no king. What do we do have, though? We do have a president who was elected by over 80 million people to push forth his agenda and mandate, and that's exactly what he's doing. What the Democrats are actually doing in this case is subverting democracy. They're the ones saying, yeah, we know he got elected, but he ain't doing anything that he was elected to do.
John, we are getting threatened big time.
Oh, really?
Yes. These DMs are coming in right now, out of control. Well, I can't say out of control. Almost a dozen DMs right now, and wow. Liberals? Really? Never thought you would do death threats. I mean, come on, John, look at that shit.
Anyway, yeah, again, don't care about that. What are we talking about? Oh, right, the protest in Laurel, which is, I'm sure, is massive, and it's probably all, non-illegal voters, I'm sure. But let's think about this. Let's hash this out, okay? Over the course of history, let's start from the beginning. Anyone who knows Andrew Wilson and his force theory, he basically states that all of your rights are given to you by the patriarchy, and they are protected by force. This holds true for any form of government. Everything that they're trying to accomplish, whether it's protect your rights or take your rights, they do it by force. And who controls the major aspects, or who are the contributing factors or the engines of these force? They are mainly the patriarchy. It's men who serve as police forces, as government, or as military. 99.9% men, right? So all of your rights are protected by force. Whether it's a monarchy or a democracy or communism. It doesn't matter. So, as Andrew Wilson also pointed out, would it be so bad to have a monarchy? There's been times in history when there were great monarchies. There's been times in history when there were great democratic or representative governments, right? But for the most part, then there's been bad ones. So there can be good monarchies who by force protect your rights or by force take your rights away. There can be representative republics who vote by force to take your rights away. So would a monarchy really be that bad? How's it working out letting everybody in our country vote as the way it goes? You know, everyone received the right to vote in 1920, not just women. We talked about this earlier. So the no kings thing, it's kind of stupid because we don't have a king. And how much do you trust your government, since this is the way every system works, to protect your rights? How's that going? They're always trying to take your guns, right? They're basically stripping you of your rights to the actual things you have by giving them to non-citizens, people who don't have rights in this country for the most part. Illegals. Everyone who's here illegally is a criminal. They might not be a violent criminal, but they have at least broken one law to get in here. So, as far as I'm concerned, the No Kings protest.
There's only one king.
And that is?
Jesus Christ.
There you go. Amen to that. Now, what is the purpose of these protests all over the country? The No King protest. What is the real purpose? The real purpose is just to cause chaos. Now, if you look during the first term of Trump, massive protests, people burning shit down. Actually, during Biden too, only because it was George Floyd. You know, it was just another excuse to cause chaos, mayhem, and burn our country to the ground. But in particular, in these protests, I think it's obvious that they have no real ground to stand on. They're saying stop the ICE raids, right? No. If people are here illegally, they will be deported. And we start with the criminals. But hey, man, you know, keep having the protest because you're just like moths being drawn to the flame. ICE is the flame. You are the moths. Did you notice how the uptick, there was a huge uptick in illegals being arrested and deported, or at least being held to be deported, since these protests started? You got to be really stupid to be an illegal immigrant and go assault an ICE agent or vandalize a federal building right now. You got to be really, really stupid. You'd have been better to take the $1,000 from Trump and just self-deport, because now you will not be allowed back in. So,
Well said.
you know, what do you think? I think that the protests are meaningless. I'm not even getting into are they being paid to do it? I mean, it's a fact some are. But what is when you protest, you're usually
Busting them in.
Well, definitely. But usually when you're having a protest, you're protesting something that's legitimate. And there's no legal ground to stand on to say,
Paid violent protesters.
right.
By the liberals.
And what do they want? They want the ICE raids to stop. What is ICE doing? It's deporting illegal immigrants. And the the argument that some of these people have been here for 10 years, okay, how many pedophiles do you think right now have been on the run for 10 years who have not been captured? Serial killers, rapists, thieves who just steal and never get caught, right? When they finally get caught, should they not go to jail?
Oh, can I interrupt 1 second?
Yeah.
By the way, social collusion, serial killers. Look us up on BergmanMusicGroup.com. Great song.
True. We do have a band. We are called Social Collusion. You can look us up on BergmanMusicGroup.com. That's BergmanMusicGroup.com. You can get all of our digital downloads. You can buy physical vinyl albums. And you can check out our videos. There's links to YouTube. There's some merch if you want to buy a Social Collusion shirt. That's BergmanMusicGroup.com, all one word. So as I was saying, there's no ground to stand on when it comes to stop the ICE raids. That would be like saying, please stop. Local police forces, please stop having detectives who search out criminals, and stop when you get a warrant for their arrest. You finally find out where Jim Bob is, who is being accused of robbing a bank. Please stop doing that. Stop putting criminals in jail. But no. They would never say that. As a matter of fact, they are all about putting Americans in jail. But when it comes to these illegal immigrants, who are a huge burden on our welfare system, I mean, Minnesota alone passed laws in the last 4 years that give illegal immigrants driver's licenses, college tuition, and Medicare. So they get medical insurance, college tuition, and what was the last thing I said?
I'm sorry.
Okay, and driver's license. I don't get a free driver's license and I'm an American. Matter of fact, they threatened to suspend my license because I had $300 in unpaid state tax. I was like, wow, okay, how much state tax are the illegal immigrants paying who are getting paid under the table to work construction in the DMV area?
I'm going to interrupt real second. I got a DM. It's from Monica, Western New York. She loves the music, and she just actually purchased our digital download, Power to See.
Sweet. Thanks, Monica. Don't know who you are, but that's good.
Thank you. Keep passing this around on the internet.
Yeah, do that. So anyway, back to the immigration issue and the No Kings protest. Just on its face, it's stupid. We have no kings. There is no king. There's no legislation repealing any amendments to allow Trump to be a king. And for to say that because he has ICE deporting people who are here illegally, that makes him a king, it's just intellectually dishonest and it's stupid. But that's basically the liberal tagline, isn't it, Ralph? It's to lie. Trump said all immigrants are rapists. Lie. Trump colluded with Russia. Lie. Just go down the list of things. Letitia James is committing mortgage fraud while trying to put Trump in jail for 300 years for mortgage fraud. Oh, and she did fine him $400 million. How much should Letitia James be fined? Or how much jail time should she do when she's found guilty? If she is. Never know. But I'm pretty sure it's looking that way. I don't think she's going to get out of it. It's going to be pretty hard to stand before a jury and deny the thing that you did to Trump. If I was a jury, Democrat or Republican, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. That's right there. That is the exact example of abuse of power. And hypocrisy. Hypocrisy as well.
Come on, really?
Hey, I'm going to put you in jail for what I'm doing. You know what's dumb, too, is she did this years ago. So, and the statute of limitations is not up. She was really dumb for doing that. Because did she not think someone was going to check into her? Especially when Trump was running for president and could be elected president and have executive power. That just shows complete retardation and stupidity. Retardation, by the way, is not a ditch on handicapped people. It's literally a word that means slow, to retard, to slow down, to be slow. That's what she is, obviously. What other things we got going on, Ralph? We got the protest in law.
A thumbs up from Chris in Maine.
Chris in Maine. Okay. All right.
Maine, hey, thank you for watching. Love you. Thank you. Hey, help send $10 to support our podcast.
Yeah, we have nowhere to send money to, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yeah. Just send it to Ralph's bank account, I guess? Yeah. Nah. Don't do that.
John's, hey. But no,
don't send Ralph shit.
Watching. Hey, love you.
Listen, unless you want a Trail of Tears too, send Ralph no money. Or unless you want teepees lining the whole East Coast. That's what Ralph's agenda is. He's trying to let the Indians take back over. We're not letting it happen, Ralph. Oh, wait. There we go being racist again. Damn it. All right. Okay. This is Ralph talking to me.
Fuck you! You can't.
Pretty much.
Well, that was Ralph. You know, I don't know. It's just, it seems to me that, you know, I hate using buzzwords like organic protests and, you know, paid protesters, but it seems to me if it was really a legitimate issue, you wouldn't have to be paid. And we know some are. There's people on camera saying, yeah, I'm being paid to be here. If it's a real issue, the American people unilaterally come together, you know? They come together as a group when it's something that's just so morally wrong. It's obvious. Everybody comes together. But usually when there's an issue that polarizes people or separates them, think about it. One side's got to be wrong. One side's got to be right. When everyone's together on an issue, and that doesn't definitively mean that they're right, but there's a better chance, I think, when two sides come together. But not always. I'll stipulate that. But when there's a divide, someone's right, someone's wrong, or they're both wrong. But they both usually can't be right, because the truth is the truth. If all men be liars. But on this issue, I think it's glaringly obvious what's right, and that is we have an immigration system. We don't need comprehensive immigration reform. You know what the Democrats' comprehensive reform is that they always, once again, lie about? It's one of their lies. Well, we tried to get a comprehensive bipartisan bill passed, but Trump wouldn't do it. Trump shut the border down in 2 days and stopped all of the people coming across the border. No comprehensive reform was needed. Their comprehensive reform, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's to let everyone who's here just stay here. That's the thing. They'll be like, okay, look, DACA, stay. Anchor babies, stay. Anyone who's been here for over 3 years, they stay. That's not a comprehensive bill that anyone's going to agree on. Ever. Because you're just giving amnesty to 24 million people who committed a crime. That would be unprecedented in our history. Oh, 23 million people committed this crime. We just give them amnesty. Plus, you can't do that because of the economic effects that they're having on our country. And people say, oh, yeah, but what about the economic effects if we send them back? You won't have anybody to pick your strawberries. You mean like the 20,000 children that the DHS found had been working on as slave labor that came across the border?
So we got Becky from Wyoming. She just chimed in. Just found your podcast, scrolling through Facebook. Love it. I like your realism.
Like our
I'm
realism.
enjoying this.
Okay.
So,
Well.
hey, just had to chime in.
Anyway,
Hey, Becky from Wyoming, thank you.
anyway, what was I saying? What were we talking about? I forget. I forget that particular point. But it was on immigration, I think. What else is going on? Like I said, the protest in Laurel, joke. Protests across the country, joke. You got congressmen in Washington holding hearings this week still about January 6th. Trump didn't send the National Guard. Oh, wait a second. What is it? Do you want the National Guard or don't you? When he sends them to California to stop them from burning another $2 billion worth of federal buildings, what do? Hey, we want him out of here. He doesn't send them, but when actually he offered in January 6th, the day that no insurrection took place, by the way, because not one person was ever charged with insurrection. If there was an insurrection, it would have obviously been the number one thing on their charging document, if you know anything about the law, which it wasn't. But like I was saying, the kings, no kings. Yeah, no king protests. Okay, also, guess what? We want no unicorns. Guess what? There are no unicorns. So what the fuck are you protesting?
Give me a FU on soundtrack.
Fuck you! You can't.
That's for you, Jason.
Okay.
I appreciate your comment.
You're so fucking... Fuck Jason. No, kidding. All right, Jason, you're welcome to leave your comments. We support First Amendment, and we are not butthurt snowflakes on this podcast. You can say whatever you want as long as it's not, I guess, racially offensive to anyone or, would get tagged on Facebook and shut us down. But say whatever you want. We don't care. You're not going to hurt our feelings. I will argue any point that I believe to be true with any person at any time. And just so you know, I'm a self-describe. If I'm going to describe my own worldview, it's going to be I am a constitutional conservative. That's the way I would put it. I'm certainly not a Republican. Fuck the Republicans. Fuck the Democrats. Because the two-party system, how's that working out for you? How does it feel that to get anything done with your vote, you've got to basically adhere yourself to another tribe of people? It's tribal voting. Oh, without your tribe, because there's only two that matter, you can't get anything done. And that's the way the states work. It's the way the federal government works, and it's ridiculous. We need a new system. Yeah, you heard me. We need a new system.
Yeah,
And
we need to go back to the American Indian ways. We don't care about our government. We govern ourselves.
yeah, I'm against that, just for the record.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? By the way, Ralph is American Indian. He owns his own business. It's called Scalps Are Us. It's very popular.
Good display.
Very popular.
Actually, I'll display them on the next podcast.
I tell you. And since I'm white, I own a business called just racist.com. That's what we are because we're white, right? The Indians scalp people, white people are racist. That's just the way it is.
Don't forget our nickname.
No,
Wagon
but
burners are us.
yeah.
Oh shit, my phone is blowing up. Here we go.
Oh, right. Well, which skank is calling you now? Should I list them on air?
No.
All right, let's play a little music. Let's play a song by our band.
I say you definitely need to play some music from Social Collusion. Or even MAGA.
Well, the last podcast we did a lot of those. I'm going to do a lot of the songs we've recorded, but we haven't released yet.
Yeah, don't do something mellow. Do something heavy right now. Get the people pumped up.
Okay, there you go. This song's called Dark Days. Well, it's one of my first recordings. Pretty crappy because it was 10 years ago. But it's the song. It's the content, not the quality.
Pull me in. staring back at me. What a tangled web I weave. I don't know what I believe. I live in a world of illusion and lies, jaded reality. On my knees I reach up to the skies. Oh God, please won't you help me know? When I look into your eyes, you know I see everything in you that I don't wanna be. But somehow you still pull me in. You pull me in, pull me in again. When I look into your eyes, you know I see everything in you that I don't wanna be. But somehow you still pull me in. You pull me in, pull me in again.
Okay, that was Dark Days by our band Social Collusion. Ralph's on his way back in. We've been talking about the protests going on. We've been talking about immigration. We've been talking about the military parade, which, again, for the record, I think stupid and a waste of money. Don't think we should be doing it. Same
Me
with
personally, I endorse it.
Ralph endorses it.
I love it. Show off our military power. United States, greatest country in the world.
He's a flag waving moron. I'll give you that. I'm not going to dispute it, but that's what we do on this show. We tell each other to fuck off. Quite often we say things like,
Fuck you! You can't.
very common. Me and Ralph have known each other since 7th grade, so we differ on some things, but who cares? That's the way it is.
It works. That's what friends are for.
Yes, friends are for me telling you what's real and true, and then you go, yes.
Okay.
Kidding. But let's see. I like to play some more music, though.
I think you need to bring up some music. I think you can bring. You know what? Let's bring up some classic rock and roll.
No, I'm not playing. I can't play other people's music.
Oh, you can? Why?
I don't know. Just kidding. Because they'll tag it and blah blah. So here's another song by Social Collusion. Like I said before, these aren't the greatest recordings. They're older. When I first learned to record, but listen to the content of the song, not the production value. It's not that bad, but it's not great. This song's called Whatever. This is going to be one of the songs we're going to start learning and putting out for the live show.
I do hate to feel so. look into your eyes, I see forever and a day. It doesn't matter if I realize I'll give you whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes to make you see you're still wanting me. Whatever you see, I'll see it with you. Whatever you need me to be, well, I'll be it for you. 'Cause when I take the time to search my mind, you know I find that you're always there, haunting me. And if I see that you and me cannot be, girl, I swear I'll do whatever it takes to make you see. Do whatever it takes to make you mad. Do whatever it takes. Yeah. I can't do this on my own. I wasn't meant to be alone. You said that you love me. Yeah. I'll do whatever it takes to make you safe. Do whatever it takes to make you mad. Do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Hey, that was Whatever by Social Collusion.
Good song.
It's a song we're going to be learning soon. But let's get back. Let's take it back to the political stuff. What do we want to talk about, Ralph?
Hey, I'm just a follower.
What?
I'm not a leader.
Come on, you're the tribal leader.
Nobody appreciates my opinion.
No, you sound like a butthurt snowflake liberal.
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay, good, because that would not be good. That would
That's
not
why
be.
I have anal glue.
That's true.
One of
Because
our sponsors get about
let's
that.
get back to that, because it does sound like your ass is leaking right now. Anal glue. Does your ass leak? Does your underwear look like a puddle of mud? Then you need
Anal glue.
anal glue at your pharmacy, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure where you can get that. Anyway,
Can't find it on Amazon. I tried.
well, I thought you bought a lifetime supply.
No.
No? Okay. Hey. That's what I thought. So, what should we talk about next? What should we talk about next? I just like to keep talking about this parade and how stupid it is. It is stupid. Waste of money to have a bunch of military equipment brought into a city and then paraded up and down the street. You could have actually bought more military equipment with the money you spent on showing the military equipment.
Flyovers and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Watch.
great. $47 million. Especially, don't forget, When Biden left Afghanistan, what did he leave in Afghanistan?
Well,
27.
that was their president, not mine.
Doesn't matter. It was our equipment. It was $27 billion worth of tanks, jeeps, helicopters, rocket launchers, missiles, guns, everything. So, and he completely depleted our stockpile of shit by giving it to Ukraine. So we need to take our money and spend it on replenishing our arsenal, because I am for a strong military that protects our borders and our citizens. I have no interest in protecting the citizens of Ukraine or Israel. Not as long as there's people in America who need stuff, because it's their money, right? Now,
So you're saying we should support California?
negative. We should cut California off with a big jackhammer and let it float off into the sea. You know, California has the 4th or 5th biggest economy of the world.
Well, isn't the San Andreas fault line right there on the edge of California? So
Yes.
it fall into the ocean, right?
Well, hey, I got a great idea. Let's get about 1 million terrorist bombers, suicide bombers. You get them all jacketed up with dynamite and line them up on the San Andreas fault. San Andreas fault. And when all of their million bombs go off, it just breaks away and floats off into the sea.
I think nature and Mother Nature has already a plan for that.
Well, we'll see. By that, do you mean God? Because
Well,
trees aren't
I don't want
sentient.
to sit there and bring that into this conversation right now because, me personally, well, actually, no. We bring this into this conversation.
Okay.
God already has pre-planned everything.
Oh,
Wouldn't you say?
no. I don't think God predetermines every single action. He's given you a will, not a free will. You don't have free will because you're bound by the laws of the physical laws he's created. For example, I do not have the free will to say, I'm going to jump to the moon. No, because we have the law of density and the parameters within which God has created this universe. I'm bound by those at the very least.
Hey, I gotta interrupt. Hey, thank you, Jess, for the DM. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. She said I was cute.
Okay. Well, we know that's a lie. So,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
God allows things to happen, and some things he causes to happen, but neither are exclusive. It's the way he's created it. I think he puts his hand directly into certain things, but then he lets us do our own thing as well. But it's all within the parameters of the physical universe he has built. That's that. So, see what I'm saying? That's my worldview. God can do whatever he wants, and he could direct every little action of every molecule, but then there'd be no human will in that. That's my take on that. Anyway, if you have any questions, send them to Ralph at CompleteFaggot.com. That's CompleteFaggot.com. That's his website.
And give me the, what is it?
Anal.
Our motto? Fuck you.
Oh, right. And his theme song, which is very cool, it is...
Fuck you, you can.
I don't know. Anyway. If you have any subjects you want to talk
Yeah.
about, just put
Hey,
it...
everybody getting ready for the watch Fox News and all that stuff and see our military on parade. America's strength.
Andrew asked, is Ralph here legally?
Oh, really?
That's my brother, by the way. He's probably the only one watching. In reality. Oh, now there's nobody. It doesn't matter. We get most of our views after the fact. We'll post it on YouTube. And we'll post it on Facebook, of course. I'll make a video of it, and I'll put it on YouTube. Probably just put it on the Bergman, since we're playing our music as well. We should call this the the Rockin' Politics podcast, which is dumb. I agree. Now,
Faggot.
okay, let's play another song. This is a song we're working on. Not the greatest recording, but I like the groove of it. I think it has a Velvet Revolver kind of groove. It's called What You Want. Check it out. Social Collusion, What You Want.
I can't give you what you want, but I won't take away what you need. I wanna feel your heat, but I don't wanna get burned. I keep on asking myself, you fool, when are you gonna learn? When you leave me, I get cold. I know that I am growing old. You're not getting younger. And even if I said I'd stay, you know it wouldn't work this way. But I can feel your hunger. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need. I wanna taste your body, but I don't wanna share. I want you for more than just one night, but it seems you don't care. When you leave me, I get cold. I know that I am growing old. You're not getting younger. And even if I said I'd stay, you know it wouldn't work this way. But I can feel your hunger. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need. When you leave me, I get cold. I know that I am growing old. You're not getting younger. And even if I said I'd stay, you know it wouldn't work this way. But I can feel your hunger. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need. I can't give you what you want, but I can take away what you need.
Okay, that was What You Want by Social Collusion. Our band, you can check it out at bergmanmusicgroup.com. That's bergmanmusicgroup.com. On there, you have our digital downloads, our vinyl albums, our merch. You have an old Lofton album on there you can buy as well, which was basically me, Ralph Dwayne, and Baker. We also had later in the group, when it went from Patriot to Lofton, then Jeff Reed and Clinton Brown joined the band. God rest their souls. They both passed on to the rockin' world of wherever, and it's a pretty cool album. It's straight up 80s, high pitched shredding metal. That's on there as well. BergmanMusicGroup.com, BergmanMusicGroup.com.
Hey, just gotta give a shout out to Lexi in New Mexico.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Lexi in New Mexico.
She said we're stupid.
Okay, for Andrew, my one of our greatest supporters, this guy, we don't know who he is, Drew Lofton, have no idea who that guy is. He said
Hams.
he said say titties. And even though I shouldn't say it, I'll say it because he's our greatest supporter. He has paid $100 for me to say titties. No, I'm kidding. He didn't pay anything. We don't do that. We don't get bribed to say things. We just say them for free. That's pretty stupid, actually. Why are we doing that? I don't know. Anyway. Hopefully he's watching and he saw me say titties.
And hams.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to reality, shall we?
We can.
So, the No Kings protests. No Kings. You know the thing I like about kings? You gotta either love them or hate them. If you look throughout history, the kings, there was either a good king and the land prospered, or there was a bad king and the land failed, and another king usually was the one who stepped in and tried to take over his monarchy. It was monarchy taking over monarchy. Now we have a representative republic. But there's good representative republics and there's bad ones. Because the representatives are a reflection of the morals of the people. I don't remember, one of the founding fathers said that this whole system of government they were setting up was for a moral people. And if they became immoral, it would go very bad. And obviously, you're seeing that's exactly what happens in our country. It's the immorality and the forgetting of God which turns our whole country into then chaos, basically. Because there's no standard of morals to go by. So, let's bring in another question.
Hold on, real quick. So I just got a DM from Darren in New Hampshire. We're communists.
Really?
Want to follow up with that one?
Well, if Darren in New Hampshire was real, I would ask him to demonstrate that. You're making an assertion, so can you demonstrate your assertion? We are communists. Demonstrate. Moving on. So, I think the whole voting system should be brought back into question. Like, who should be allowed to vote? I don't think everyone should be allowed to vote. It wasn't until 1920, when the 19th Amendment was passed, that they gave everyone the right to vote. I think that's stupid, because what you're doing is you're allowing people who are you're allowing uninformed voters to cast a vote, which then negate the vote of the informed voter. I mean, if I come up to you on the street and say, who are you voting for? And you say Kamala Harris. I say, why? And you go, I don't know why, just because she's Democrat. That's dumb. That's an uninformed vote, and they shouldn't have the right to do that. They should have to literally know the issues and know why they're voting for who they're voting for and what who they're voting for is going to do when they do get elected. Doesn't that make sense? Not just, I just vote for this group of people. I certainly don't do that. I voted for Trump twice, but not because he was a Republican, because I'm not a Republican. It was because I liked where he stood on the issues. And any issue you ask me about what Trump said he was going to do, if he in fact had a stance on it, I can tell you what his stance was and say that I agreed with it. That's what an informed voter would do. So I agree with Andrew Wilson on this one, and that you should either have to be 35 years of age to vote, or you should have to do 5 years of public service unpaid. What would that entail? Don't know. It wouldn't be like a full-time job. It would just be 5 years, maybe it's on the weekend, you do 5 hours. But it's a program. What that does is now this person who's getting the right to vote or earning the right to vote has a stake because they put in work. They weren't just handed something for free. Like, what happens when parents give their kids their first car? They destroy it. Why? Because they didn't earn it. It was given to them for free, for nothing, and they just destroyed it. And it's done. They pissed it away. And this is what happens with Republican and Democratic voters in the two-party system, is that they just vote for the party. It's basically tribal voting. You're voting for your tribe because you can't get anything done without that whole tribe coming together and voting on the issue you want. And also, I might point out that most of the laws that you obey right now were written 150 years ago. You know, don't murder, don't steal, don't rape. These are basic laws that everyone's following all the time, and they weren't something that you voted for. That shit was voted in 200 years ago in the original Congress. So what is it you're really voting for? Do you call up your congressman on every law he's about to pass and say, I want you to vote this way? You do not. That would be a lie. Now, if you were an informed voter and you knew where your candidate stood on every major issue, you wouldn't need to do that because you know where he stands. Why? Because you're informed. You know who your candidate is. Do you know what your congressmen are voting for? Your senators? No. I mean, I know mine because they're straight up liberals. Everyone in my state is a liberal, except for, I think, Worcester County congressman over on the Eastern Shore. Every one of our congressmen is Democrat. We might have 2 or 3 out of, I don't even know how many we have. I think 8 or 9, maybe less. 2 senators, though, both straight. I mean, our senator's the one that went to fucking El Salvador to get to have mimosas with the now charged human trafficking MS-3 gang member. Remember all the... Unbelievable. Let's get back to the voting thing. Is it really advantageous? Let's get one thing straight. America's not a democracy, right? We're a representative republic. A democracy is where every single person votes on every single law. That's not the country we live in. We live in a country where you vote for someone to represent you, and then they vote on those laws. So is it really advantageous in that system of government to have a system where every single person votes for their representative? I say no. Because you got 9, I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. What's most members of Congress? What's their age? It's between 35 and 50. That's the average. We got some old ones in there that are like 70 and 80. But the average, and why is that? Why aren't people voting in 20-year-olds and 18-year-olds into fucking Congress and Senate? Because they're morons. Their worldview is shit. What they believe is crap. They don't know their ass from their elbow. That you don't hire people with no experience. So, they shouldn't be allowed to vote. If you're not informed, you should not be allowed to vote. I mean, when did everyone in our country get the right to vote? 1920. And that's when everything started going downhill because logically speaking, once you allow everyone to vote and they have weak minds and they're stupid, what happens? The NGOs, the lobbyists, they group these people into a group and they fucking use them now and buy their votes because they're stupid. And they're actually they're literally voting against things that are not even in their own interest. That's the worst part about it. They're voting against things that are not in their country's interest, or they're even in their own. It's not in your interest to just sit around and collect welfare for the rest of your life. You will not be a responsible, good person if that's what you do. And you'll probably be depressed and fat if that's literally your lifestyle. I just sit around and collect food stamps and have babies. Well, I think the record speaks for itself. Most of them are. The men, too, who do that, by the way. Not have babies, because men can't have babies. But the men who just are welfare guys. Not a good lifestyle. So when you vote for that, it actually has a negative effect on your life and your lifestyle and your worldview. So I am fully all in. I don't know the exact system yet, but everyone should not be allowed to vote. It shouldn't just be voting is a privilege. Just like getting a driver's license. If driving is a privilege, shouldn't voting be a privilege? When a bunch of women can vote and then send me to war, right? They can literally vote for a candidate who wants to go to war with a country, and then the congressman enlists the draft. That would be women who will not go to war and be in combat voting for me to go to war and combat. How is that not them controlling my body? Think about that, right? I mean, I didn't come up with that argument, but it's completely valid. So, join our podcast. Hit the like button. I'm new at this social media crap. Do all the things you're supposed to do.
Hey, don't forget our sponsor.
Yes, all right, our sponsor. Is your ass leaking? Then you need...
Butt glue.
No. You got to say the right name of the sponsor. Anal glue.
Glue, I know.
I mean, you would think he'd know. He has like 17 tubes of it upstairs. I'm really worried about why your anus is leaking so much, though, bro. But hey, we don't want to put that out there. Maybe Rich,
The one that scraped my ass across the
maybe Rich Faulkner could tell us. I don't know.
floor. Oh, that's anal ease.
Anal ease. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Something to think about, right? I mean,
I think we need to leave them with a great song from Central Blue.
sometimes some of the best ideas, when you first hear them, they sound crazy, but then when they're explained and they're hashed out, you go, okay. Actually, I do believe that. All right, we're going to take a little break. Play a song. Let's play one of our biggest hits. We've sold over 6,000 downloads of this one.
Nice.
You can find it on burglarmusicgroup.com. We wrote this song. We like to write all songs in a different kind of genre. I personally wanted this song to sound kind of like a pop rock, like Foreigner type style. Don't know if I achieved it or if we achieved it, but
We
check it out.
definitely sold a lot of this. Hey, keep buying this. This is a great song.
Song is
Original music.
The song is called Because of You. Let me give you a little background on the song. So, lyrically, I wrote the lyrics because, sometimes when you have a split of a relationship, whether it's a family member or it's somebody who you were romantically involved with, it ends, but you actually learn from that experience. And then because of that experience, you learn things and you use them for your next experience, so you don't make the same mistake twice, or you see the mistake that they're going to make coming. So that's why the song's called Because of You. It's like, because of you, I've learned these things.
Check out the leads on this. This is John Lofton.
Yeah, that guy's trash.
the start because of you. Because of you. Yeah, because of you. I'm having a broken heart. Because of you. 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 Because of you.
Okay, that was Because of You by Social Collusion. Let's do a little shout out to Chris Callender. He's in the chat. He says, because of you, I think it made Ralph cry. Okay, I like that. I don't know what the fuck it means. Drew Lofton, another guy, we have no idea who that guy is. He says, say titties. I'm going to say it just to make him happy. Anyway, yeah.
There we have it.
Let's get back to our racist, misogynistic.
Well, actually, I want to go back to Chris Callender's comment. What did he say?
He said, because of you, I litter and make Ralph cry. He said, because of you, I litter and make Ralph cry. I don't know what that means. You litter? Well, don't litter because of me, man. Come on, you're going to make it. Oh, okay, I get it now. The Indian crying. Oh, I get it. Now I get it. Sorry, it took me a minute. It's the old Indian commercial where the Indian, who was actually Mexican, is standing on the side of the road and he's crying because of the litter. I get it. Ha ha. Bag it.
Yes, Chris is.
Well, yes, I get it now. Hey, at least I did get it, okay? So, yeah. Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Yes.
Shout out to everyone who did not murder their own children in abortion. I'm for you. Good job. Good job.
To all the fathers out there who are still making their payments,
Not sweet.
I don't have one, so.
Totally fucked up system. Look, let's break that system down in 1 minute or less.
There we go.
Here we go. The woman has complete control and autonomy over every aspect, and this can be your wife, by the way. Your wife, in today's world, you could say, honey, I'm pregnant, and unless you do X, I'm going to kill our baby. And there's nothing the man could do about it. There's no legal recourse to say, the man cannot say, no, you must have our baby. And I'm talking about a husband now. She could be like, for example, I want to sell our house and get a new house. And unless you do that, I'm going to kill this child. And there's nothing you can do about it. But if she decides to have the child, now you got to pay for it for the rest of your life. Now, as a husband, obviously he wouldn't care. But if you take that scenario to the boyfriend, let's say it's just a boyfriend. He has no choice on whether you kill his baby or not. But then when you decide to have it, then he now has to pay for it for 18 years. That's insanity. If he has to pay for it for 18 years, he should have a say on whether it lives or dies. Because I would venture to say there'd be some guys out there that would be telling their girlfriends to murder the baby, which I'm against. I think if you get a woman pregnant, you should have equal rights and access to that child, 50% custody, as long as everything's good. As long as everything's good and you're not like, something like you're a murderer or pedophile. If it's just normal bullshit, you should get 50% custody and you should pay. Or if you have 50% custody, you pay nothing. Why? Because half the time the kid's with you, you pay for everything. Half the time the kid's with her, she pays for everything. Now there is no child support. There is no person. The government's not involved. Why do we not want the government involved? I'll tell you why. Because there's not one thing the government does that makes any fucking sense, or that they do prudently, or that they manage well. Everything is mismanaged. There's fraud, waste, and abuse in every single aspect of every single government program, including the military. So, that system's fucked up and needs to be changed 100%. Give me your thoughts in the comments on what you think about that. Yeah, I know right now, Chris, we're looking for another USB mic. We need 2 USB mics to make this work properly. If we go through the interface, you either don't hear the music when we play it or you don't hear the mics. You can't, if I had like a live engineer, it wouldn't be a problem. But we're working on that. If anybody has a USB mic, they want to donate to the Ralph and Billybob broadcast, which is also / the Rockin' Politics. How about the Rockin' Lunatic Left podcast? That would be sweet.
Yeah, you know what? We're on something there.
We gotta find a real name for the podcast. But so we've covered the stupid military parade, which I am totally against. We've covered the No Kings protest in a country where we have no kings, so that's dumb. Also, I guess what's next for the liberals? The no fucking unicorn protest? I'll bet that's next. Why? Because we don't have them. Or how about just no straw man protest when all they do is straw man arguments? So,
What about the main one? What about Bigfoot?
well, of course, that's going to be in their repertoire for sure.
I want to see Bigfoot.
Well, you're never going to see Bigfoot, Ralph, because Bigfoot doesn't exist. I think the proof of that is, you'd think there'd be at least one set of bones found if they've been around since the beginning of time. There'd be at least one fossil of a Bigfoot.
Well, I can actually elaborate on this.
Everyone says they can't hear you. You got to speak. You got to talk really loud.
Okay, so anyways, until we get our next mic set up, peace out.
What are you talking about? What a homo. Loser. Weak. Now, what subject should we do next, Chris? Oh, Chris said he heard the beer crack when you were hiding behind the thing. He was like, heard the beer crack, loser.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, like I said, we've covered the dumb military parade, completely stupid, waste of money. We've covered no kings in a country with no kings. We've covered the Laurel protest. We've covered abortion. We've covered child support. We've covered voting. My worldview is everyone should not be allowed to vote. Think about this. Oh, never mind. I don't want to think about that right now. Let's think about...
I say we just end it right now and say, fuck you.
Alright, let's play one more song. This is one more song off our album. What album is this one on? I don't know.
Bring back some classics.
I will. This one is... You can get this song on BergmanMusicGroup.com. That's BergmanMusicGroup.com. Or .cum, as Matt Davison would like to say. .cum. So, what are you doing back there, Ralph? When you set the beer down underneath the fucking thing, we can see it. Okay. All right. So this song is called Your Love Gets Me High. Social Collusion. BergmanMusicGroup.com. Your love gets me high. Yeah.
I never really knew how good love could be till I got a little taste of you and me. Now I need your love it's a fact. Because your love is like a monkey, I can't get off my back. I wake up in the morning sun and I hold you tight. I wish we could stay that way straight through the night. 'Cause when you leave me, girl, I start to shake. Your love is a drug, I can't get enough. Sometimes I don't think I'll make it. 'Cause your love gets me high. Makes me feel so damn big that I could touch the sky. I'm addicted to your love, I can't get enough. And I don't know why, but I know that your love gets me high. A junkie spends his life looking for a score. But with me, it's you I'm always searching for. I live for the moment, girl, that you're in my arms. Your love is a drug, I can't get enough. I'll always need more. Because your love gets me high. It makes me feel so damn big that I could touch the sky. I'm addicted to your love, I can't get enough. And I don't know why, but I know that your love gets me Cause your love gets me high. Makes me feel so damn big that I can touch the sky. I'm addicted to your love, I can't get enough. And I don't know why, but I know that your love gets me high. Oh, but your love gets me high. Makes me feel so damn big that I could touch Ralph's brown eye. I'm addicted to your love, I can't get enough. And I don't know why, but I know that your love gets me high. Your love gets me
Okay, that's going to do it for our podcast today. We don't want to hear your bullshit messages.
It's not a bullshit. So
What-
anyways, we have Linda from Tennessee who caught us and sent the posted our bourbon music group.
Okay. All right. So, guys, thanks for listening. We're only gonna get better. We're not really here to entertain. We want you to listen to our music. We want you to be informed. We like to a little bit of entertainment is okay as well. You know, Chris Callender said after watching your podcast, I had to jerk off in my car. That's pretty cool, I think. I'm not sure I want people doing that while watching me. You know what? Actually, no. I do not want that. I wouldn't even want that if it was a woman. And let's finish up with our sponsor. Our sponsor is Anal Glue. Is your ass seeping like Ralph Webster's? Then what you need is Anal Glue. Thank you again, guys, and we'll see you next time.